Supervisor Christy.
Some weeks ago, I made the position clear that I was in favor of completely disbanding CLEPC. As one who's participated and attended practically every one of those CLEPC meetings, my position has not changed. I feel that the function of this commission is for one purpose and one purpose alone, and that is to provide a forum to protest police involvement and policing in general along the border among much vaster immigration issues. It's become dysfunctional. The areas of decision have been ground down to none at all. The only positive thing I've seen so far in these presentations is that there's an actual recommendation that the sheriff attend the meetings. At several of the meetings I attended at CLEPC, there was a real question and a real protest that the sheriff shouldn't be there at all. So it's somewhat reassuring to see that they're allowing the sheriff to be there. Secondly, the sheriff should have the independence to decide whether or not the grants are suitable for his department to accept or not. It should not be the purview of this board, and it certainly should not be the purview of people who have no experience, no understanding, or no knowledge of the grant system for law enforcement. Law enforcement officials in general, and the sheriff in particular, should have the sole responsibility of determining whether or not a grant should be accepted or not. Third and finally, if the sheriff determines that he likes something along the lines in the format of a CLEPC, perhaps a Citizens Advisory Committee, he certainly has the opportunity and the ability to create his own advisory committee, if that's what he so desires. But I do not believe that the Board of Supervisors needs or should have any involvement in any kind of oversight of this nature. It should be left to the experts, which are the law enforcement community. And if the sheriff so deems that he would like to encourage community involvement, so be it, but that's up to the sheriff, not to the Board of Supervisors. And it's backed up by the fact that CLEPC recommendations are not binding. They have no teeth. So consequently, why bring this board into it when it has no business being involved in it? And the same can apply to a community advisory committee of some sort that the sheriff can put together. The sheriff can listen to these issues. He can take or reject the recommendations, and he does not need the Board of Supervisors to be involved in this. And so my recommendation is the same one that I made a couple of weeks ago, that CLEPC be completely disbanded and removed. Thank you.